Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, love attraction, all of that juicy goodness. In today's video, we are going to pull a page from one of my angel books. It's called Inviting Angels into Your Life. I did a reading, I think it was last week, and I had planned on pulling a page at the end of the reading, and then I got sidetracked. Woke up and I had remembered, I was like, oh my gosh, I never pulled a page. So I want to see what my angels were wanting me to pull, even though it didn't happen, but I guess today is the day that it's meant to happen. So this is a book about all of the archangels. And let's see which one we need to hear from today. Okay, we have Archangel Gabriel or Gabrielle. They have both as options. It says, the divine communication of God, Archangel Gabriel, sometimes spelled with the feminine spelling of Gabrielle, as this is a strong, feminine, or receptive energy, aka the messenger of God, is the archangel who expresses the energy of divine communication. Whether for personal or professional reasons, all who seek to communicate better would be well served to seek the assistance of Gabriel. Writers, speakers, peacemakers, and all for whom communication is a key element to their life and work can find inspiration with Gabriel. In today's world, where there is an emerging emphasis on nonviolent communication as well as acceleration of exceedingly violent communication, there is a dire need for the energy of Gabriel. Okay, I just got guidance to switch over to the fifth chakra, the throat chakra, and it talks about clairaudience. Archangel Gabriel is known for helping us with the reopening of the fifth chakra, located at the throat, which impacts our clairvoyant gift, especially that of clairaudience. As the messenger of God, Gabriel is well suited to aid us in releasing anything that blocks our authentic self, our ability to speak and hear truth. This is particularly of interest in situations where we need help in speaking our truth on an earthly level and to assist us in opening our channel to divine communication at all times. Okay, so this message is for somebody out there who's needing to speak. We are maybe nervous to have the conversation with somebody. Maybe we're wanting to start something new in our life and we have to use our voice and we're questioning. Anytime you're questioning how to speak, what to say, when to say it, you can call on your archangels. I do this all the time. I always say, universe, angels, guides, jump into my body and give me the words. And I cannot tell you guys how many times I say things and I'm like, where did that come from? I don't understand how I knew to say that. Or I'm speaking with somebody and they're like, oh my gosh, my grandmother used to say that. I can't believe you're saying that right now. And that's our angels. They're using us and, our loved ones that have crossed. They use us to deliver messages. So you don't have to be somebody who's always channeling angels to be delivering messages all day long. Your message could be your life story. It could be how you arrived where you are, and maybe you're meant to share it. So the throat chakra is super powerful. It's also the chimney to the heart. So when we are blocked, we can call on Archangel Gabriel and we can say, hey, can you help me open my throat chakra? I am feeling blocked. I'm stuck up in my mind too much. I need to drop back into my body and just go with the flow, right? A flow state is us not thinking, we're just acting. It's hard to discern. I do this with my clients all the time because they're like, wait, what do you mean? Like I have to think in order to act, but you're not overthinking your actions. You get an idea to go somewhere and you just follow it, right? My client the other day, who's in my coaching program, it's my new program where we are texting and voice memoing, and we're actually doing that more than we're meeting on Zoom, which is actually really beneficial. And I can't believe I didn't think to do it before. But we were memoing and texting back and forth, and she was talking about a dream that she had. And she was in a library, and it was beautiful and bright. And she was shown a $50 bill, and I was helping her decipher what the messages mean. And she was like, I wonder if I should go to the library today just to see what happens. And I was like, yes, that's being in the flow. I said, follow that thought. If you're thinking the thought, it's a message from your angels. And when you're asking your angels to jump into your body to give you the words, we have to be willing to actually do the thing that they're telling us to do because they've come in, they're whispering to you, hey, do this today. And you might say, well, why am I doing that? I've never done that before. Why do I want to go here? Why am I calling this person? I don't understand why. Maybe you dreamt of somebody and you're hesitant to reach out to them. I always say act on everything and then see how it feels maybe right before you're about to do it. If you have a little bit of fear, to me, that's an indication like do it. Because if we're scared to do it, it means most of the time we're meant to do it. There's a difference between fear of pushing yourself past your comfort zone or fear. And the feeling is you're out of alignment and you're really not supposed to be doing that thing. It will feel tiring. It won't feel easy. Whereas if you're jumping out of your comfort zone and doing something different, that's going to make you feel alive afterwards. But when you're out of alignment, you don't feel alive afterwards. You feel more exhausted than you did before you started the thing. So I help women, I guide them through this process because it is hard. When we've been living somewhat asleep our whole lives, not activating our intuition, not activating our clairaudient gifts, our clairvoyant gifts, it's new, right? We're learning how to navigate life in this body now, and your vessel has to be clear. We want to be eating healthy foods. We want to be doing the things that make us feel good so that when it comes time to speak our truth or to take action on a project, we are in our highest. We feel amazing and we're like, yes, this feels good. Even if I have fear, I feel solid, I feel grounded, and I'm excited to do this because I can't wait to see who I become. So your angels are jumping in through your phone or through your computer through me today saying, hey, call on Archangel Gabriel if you're needing to use your voice for anything. And it could be writing, right? Maybe it's not physically speaking, but it's you needing to put a project out there, you needing to create something. Okay, your angels are super, super magical and they can do lots of things for us, but they can't come in unless they get permission. We have to physically, out loud, say, angels, please help me. Can you please show me the way? Can you please jump in my body? Can you give me the words? Can you give me the project? Can you give me the idea? And then it's our job to be physically well and take action on it and to feel good and to feel like we're adding value to the world with whatever we're doing, even if it's a conversation with your kids. Every time you speak to your kids and you're offering guidance or advice or reflection, and I always call a reflection like a correction, you're reflecting to them, hey, do you think you should have done that there? What else could you have done, right? You're putting everything in their court and allowing them to problem solve and allowing their soul to speak and to find a solution. We don't want to always just be giving our kids solutions. We want to activate their imagination to create it on their own so that when they're our age, they're not going to always be coming to somebody else or us to solve their problems. They're going to be able to go within and trust their intuition. So that's adding value, right? You're using your voice, speaking to your kids. That's your mission, right? Mission work isn't always just this big, writing a book or having a podcast or starting your business. Or being this massive leader in your world. It could simply be a small conversation with your child on the way to soccer practice, right? Every part of life is beneficial. We're adding value in every which way. And I guess you can ask yourself, are you adding value? Are you seeing your life and seeing yourself as somebody who does add value wherever you go? And I learned this probably maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I was starting to navigate life as I am somebody. I am somebody that people need. I am somebody that the world needs. So when I walk into a store, I'm not thinking about what can I get here. I'm thinking about what can I give? How can I add value? How can I help somebody? How can I hold the door for somebody? How can I just smile at somebody? And when you live life this way, you're living from soul. You're living the way God wants you to live and the universe wants you to live. And what you'll find is you actually receive more when you're living from that space. When you're living from an energy of what can I give here or who can I help? You're not outside of yourself looking to be liked by doing this. You are so full on the inside and you're just like, I'm here to serve and I'm here to serve myself too, but I'm mostly here to serve the world, right? And every which way, whether it's a hug, a compliment, opening the door, that's servicing the world in some way. So use your angels, ask them to jump into your body, ask them to fill you up with so much energy today, ask them to give you the right words to speak to your kids or to speak to a loved one. And those hard conversations when you know you need to be saying something and you're scared, that's the path you need to take right now. because when you're scared to do it, that's the path. And I know that can be really difficult. And that's why I offer my programs, and that's why I coach women, because I've been there. I know how hard it can be to speak your truth and to ask for your needs to be met, or to surrender and say, you know what, I messed up and I'm really, really sorry. Please forgive me. You know, I'm trying to work on myself, right? Those conversations can be really hard. We have to humble down and just come from a space of unconditional love, because not all of us got that growing up. So we now have to start being it to teach others how to do it. So I hope you enjoyed this message. If you feel guided to work with me, everything is in the comments and in the description below. I'm sending you so much love. Have a fabulous day. Thank you for supporting me, my daughter, and our channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.